Hello everyone, and for this video we'll be reviewing the Beyblade X BX-16 Viper Tail Select. So if you are new here, subscribe and comment your thoughts. And yeah, let's talk about moldbase.com. Until the end of October, Beyblade Burst is 15% off automatically on checkout. Not only that, but we have for the non-discounted stuff, regular Beyblade X pre-orders like Leon Claw, eventually maybe restock the Viper Tail and other stuff. It's an option to support the channel, appreciate support regardless. God bless. Welcome to the Viper Tail Select. So this is originally, I think the name was under like a short random booster. So basically what this is a random booster, but it's like, oh, it's all variants of Viper Tail. There's the main one that has all the new parts, but the other ones are still the prize blades, which, you know, I would have preferred if this was just like a normal booster. I don't know if I like this concept too much, but aside from that, what do we get on the back of the box? So obviously 3 bays in this one for this random booster. You could either get 01, 02, or 03. And the owner of this one is Toguro, and they're part of Team Zuganic. Now, the idea with this Beyblade is kind of the idea of destabilization. Like, the blades are, I guess, supposed to smack you down. I don't know, like the idea of like Venom to make you like fall down, like your opponent's poisoned or whatever. You got Orb, which is kind of basically just like a small variant of Ball. 580, which is a new Ratchet. And yeah, let's take a look at this. We'll obviously go through the variants, then the main, actually, I don't know, we'll see. So we got our Blade Viper Tail, which, by the way, the main Beyblade is indeed a stamina type. Now, what I actually find a little bit interesting, actually, is a little bit of the contact design, kind of. If you kind of compare this to Hellscythe, you can see they're kind of similar. It's almost like, kind of is like a flipped reverse almost. So it's kind of interesting. So the idea is like whatever bay it's up against, supposed to like force them down, I guess. So I guess the idea of like a destabilizer and kind of like this theme of like you're being poisoned so you fall down is kind of neat. Does this remind me a lot of the Glide Ragnarok from Beyblade Burst Sparking first shape? Even though it's a stamina type, probably gonna be pretty recoily just for its general design. I dare to say, at least IRL, it looks a lot better than the digital render. Usually the digital renders just don't do them service. Also, to complement Beyblade X, I absolutely love the molding detail. Not only on the metal, but if you can look actually in the inner texture, you can actually see kind of like the scales and everything, kind of like that skin. And I think that's really cool molding detail that they didn't even really have to do, but I appreciate that Beyblade X is very much evolving in their visual style with each release. We have our new Ratchet 580. Now, we've gotten 5 sides new that debuted on Leon Claw. And yeah, so basically your little TLDR for this one, because this is the closest one that I have. It's kind of like an in-between of like 360 and 460 almost. It's pretty wide and rounded, so we'll see how bursty it is. This is pretty tight compared to the 60. Usually the taller ones, I feel like they're a lot tighter than like the shorter ones, which I guess would make sense. Yeah, aside from that, pretty wacky kind of color scheme, but you know, hey, fair enough, right? Fair enough. We then after have our new bit, which is Orb. So Orb is a bit that does have low burst resistance. So if you look at a bit that has high burst resistance like Taper, it's because of this little thick part here, basically means when the Ratchet has to turn for it to burst, the tighter this is, the harder it is to actually turn. But aside from that, what is actually unique with Orb? If we take a closer look compared to the Ball bit, you'll notice that it's essentially like a tinier ball. You can think back to like Metal Fight of like Wide Ball and Ball. I don't really know how much of a difference this will actually make. Is this going to actually be way better than the regular Ball? Will it be better KO resistance? Will it have way worse KO resistance? Maybe slightly better stamina? We will see. It does seem like it could just be like a kind of like another repeat Ball to be using in your deck. So here we have our scale. So how much does our little friend weigh? 34.73, god damn! Okay, then after we have like 7.18, yeah, the 5 side. Yo, look at this thing is like tight on there. Like the taller ones are like super tight on this. And then after a little Orbo. I don't know why I'm calling it Orbo. There you go. All the way together, about 43.88. So not too bad for actually a stock combo weight, if you care about weight. Yeah, you wanna know what? I was a little bit hating on the base color scheme. I think my issue is a lot of times the renders don't do these things justice because they all do like computer generated 3D model renders. So every time I look at this stuff, I just think, I don't know about that one. But yeah, this is kind of nice, and I feel like, you know, the blue kind of works there to help kind of contrast with the whole bay. Yeah, this looks neat. This looks neat. Well, moving on to the other ones. Moving on, we have our 03 variant of Viper Tail, which this one comes with 380 high needle. In terms of just the recolor, I think it looks pretty neat. Yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for just generally for the recolors. I do like also the gold plastic they're basically using. I did kind of make a joke with myself that I said, this is almost like this like a B4 like super rare prize variant of the thing, just because that plastic I'm pretty sure is very similar to what they use. Very nice marble texture, but 380 is generally my preferred just compared to, actually, well, I'll just say 380 is like a solid ratchet to use if you want to use taller builds, I guess. And in this context, I guess, the build, actually, this is like a pretty fair stock combo, I think, at least. Well, I didn't do any testings, but at least if you, I don't know, it seems like this could work out, because like the bit's also high needle. High needle is better than regular needle, even though it's slightly less KO resistance, but better, more stamina. So I guess pretty much for this build, if you wanted to use just stock, you'd be maybe using a lot of recoil, maybe a little bit of counterattack, where basically you bully the attack types and tire them out to maybe outspin them. It's like a nice little kind of like mustardy yellow kind of. I don't know. Someone's gonna correct me and say the right color of yellow that is. 30. This thing is really heavy, huh? I actually do also like that ratchet color, actually, because I know we've been getting a lot of yellow and orange ones, and they kind of been a little bit recycled on the same type of color scheme they do, but this one's pretty cool. I almost stand by this feeling like almost like a rare variant of Viper Tail almost. 2.17. Overall, 43.75. Yeah, man. This looks actually really cool. Then our last one, 02, which I feel like 02 might be pretty common compared to the other ones, I don't know. However, I do think once we get to the other parts, like for an example, 460, or even the bit, like it's too dominant on that actual color there, because like put some red or something, or I don't know, pink, or you know what I mean? Like something there so it's a little bit less overpowering. Also to quickly just mention as well, the high needle that we previously talked about was the same resistance as regular bits, but this one with the flats does have that higher resistance because of that little thick part there. And yeah, for this build, I just don't like 460 just because 460 I still feel is kind of more vulnerable generally than 360 for bursting, but you pretty much just got like a basic attack build. Like, yeah, I think for the most part for XC, you pretty much got more or less decent setups for what they kind of throw for you. And that's pretty much my thoughts here. So we're gonna get our scale here. This recolor, I'm gonna say a little bit of a miss, because I think it's too dominant on just one thing, like it's like a black void. This is actually the lightest one too that I complained about the most. 34.54, 632. Well, fair enough, I guess. 43.05. What are we saying? Yeah, I just wish the bottom part looked a little bit better. Looks nice. It would have been really benefited for maybe a little bit more pink. Pink maybe there or there, just so it's not so overpowering just being like this. It's kind of a little bit basic. Aside from that, in terms of visually for the color scheme, I think funny enough, I still do like, at least for like the blade part, I still want to say I like this one the most. I don't know. I think it looks really cool. You can tell me in the comments which one you like, I guess, for like the colors. Hey, feel free to let me know. Anyways, we'll do battles between each other. We got our first lad here, Viper Tail. All right, let's see how it looks like on a hard launch. 3, 2, and go shoot. Alrighty, fair enough, eh? Actually, how does our lad look like when they're spinning very close? I usually don't do this, it doesn't really matter, just sometimes I like to see. Okay, well, I'm pretty much good. We're gonna see the other ones now. The other Viper Tail, the gold one. Kind of yellowish gold. Okay, 3, 2, and shoot. Yeah, pretty much like the samey for like the movement pattern. Okay, now our black Viper Tail. 3, 2, and shoot. Alright, some pretty aggressive movement. So I'm joined here by my mother, and we'll do like full battles for each of them. So I will use the main one, and you will use the variant, I guess. 3, 2, Oh, I already went up in the air. I literally almost... Wow. Well, this is gonna be a very short battle session then. Already, damn. 3 took me shit. Okay, well, this is not my day. Okay, well, that's 2 extremes. Viper for attack, question mark? Okay, you can use that one now. I'll use the yellow one, which I might lose with.
Okay.
3 took me shit. What are we saying? What are we saying? Oh, this is like big ass recoil. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
It's like everyone I pick loses. Okay, well that's a burst finish, so that means the score is already 0-2. 3 to the shit. Actually, High Needle has better stamina than Orb. I have no proof of this claim at all. My source is that I made it up, and that's going to lead me to winning. This is like the circumstance of who hits who first. Okay, well, 2-1. 3 to shoot. Is this the recoil battle? Alright, well. Alright, you have the option Wizard Arrow or Viper Tail. No, yeah, you pick one. Pick one. Be decisive. Okay, there you go. Tail versus Arrow. 3 to shoot. Burn!
3, 2, 1.
I actually feel bad now. 3 to shoot. I don't know if necessarily actually that was a very good launch you did there. Oh. Oh, it's a recoil battle. 3 to shoot. Viper Tail is gonna be very much maybe a double-edged sword, or maybe it has like a lot of big recoil and that's a good thing, but also could be used against it, right? Where maybe if it gets these big hits and it doesn't go anywhere, then that's really bad. Or if it can get these big hits and succeed, we can kind of see. And most of these battles anyways, you know, it's a battle of kind of who falls first. 3 to shoot. Why is it every time I use it I get an extreme? That's whatever. 3 to shoot. Okay, you all know it. Do whatever you want. Never mind. 3 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Alrighty, let's try to swap one. Maybe I don't know. 3 to shoot. 3 to shoot. To shoot. Yeah, this is a recoil battle. Okay, now you'll get to decide between the 3 of these, which one you like the most. Okay, well, I will rep this one. We will do our rematch, see if I can win or if I cry. 3 to shoot.
You will cry.
That's not encouraging, and that was a very big hit.
Time for you to go out. See you later, Ellie.
Shoot. Which is your favorite from 1 to 3? 1 being most and 3 being least. No. I said, what's your favorite from 1?
Favorite, medium, least.
And yeah, that's pretty much kind of it for this video. I still would prefer this concept of like a teeny random booster, just not really to be done, because I feel like they could just do a normal booster and this is like some weird kind of anime bait kind of thing. I probably wouldn't care as much if like they spread it out each of the parts. Like maybe the yellow one has like an orb recolor and like the black one has like a recolor of 580. That could maybe be make a little bit more sense to me, because I think then after it's like a little bit less of meh. I don't know. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I want to say, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and yeah, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.